Hello, today I have this stamping kit from Morgan Taylor. So it's their designer plates nail art stamping kit in Flirty Florals, and this is collection 1. And the idea here is that it is everything you need to be able to make your manicures. So 2 stamping plates, 1 scraper card, and 1 clear stamper. Alright, so we have a stamper, and it's a clear stamper. And we have a scraper. It looks pretty standard, and it has stamping instructions on it, which is always nice, especially if you're a beginner. And it has instructions in French and Spanish, so got a lot of the world covered there. Then we have the first plate here, and they do come in these nice protectors, which is nice if you store your plates that way. They come with the blue plastic to protect them. Alright, so we have everything out of the packaging. So here is the clear stamper. It's got a bottom, it's not hollow. It does have a lid, and it is a regular size stamper. So this is a good kit, I think, if you're new to stamping and you don't have any of the tools, but also I think that it's always good to have extra stampers on hand. Like when you're making decals and you've got to make like 5 different decals for all your nails, it's nice to be able to have that option of having that extra stamper. Same thing, it's always good to have extra scrapers, and this is like a good plastic credit card. It's not too stiff, it's not too flimsy, so it seems like it's going to work well, but we will test it out. And then let's take a look at the plates. So this one is 3720201-1, or Flirty Florals number 1. They've got some small chintz-like patterns. They've got some bigger ones that you can go in and lead light or do decals with. Some solids for good one-pass stamping. A very nice rose pattern, and you can even go in and just like put dots of green on the leaves and then your color of your flower on and scrape off. This has almost more of a brocade feel. I love this with any kind of jewel tones, this kind of thing. These kind of flowers always have like a Renaissance feel for some reason to me, like the rosettes that you would see and stuff back then. This one, another easy one stamp that you could do really cool things with. You could go in and lead light if you want to, but you could just do, gradient stamping with this, like have different bright colors, like even a rainbow, yellow, orange, red, blue, green, whatever. Stamp it, scrape it, stamp it over white. That would be really nice. And then this one has a little bit more of a henna feel, something that's just more leafy here. And I skipped over the lace, so if you want that kind of lace feel, it also has almost a knitted sort of feel to it. So that one's almost like a cross between lace and knitting, which I've not seen before, which is kind of cool. So these kind of falling leaves here, which has a little bit more of an autumn feel. This feels very bridal to me because I guess of like the little bouquet of flowers, and then this with more of a little bit of detail. And this image feels a little squashed to me, which the other ones don't, so I'm sure that they made that as a design choice. So that would give kind of a different feel to your nails. So for one plate, I think there's a lot of variety here in terms of the different techniques you can do and in terms of the different kinds of looks. All right, let's take a look at plate -2. This one definitely has more of a brocade feel. Love this for single pass or to go in and color. You could even do like the messy coloring in, and that would look really, really super cute. This would look great over a smoosh mani, I think. Or you could go in and sort of sponge some glitter or some flakes or a particular kind of chromy powder that you want in certain areas, and then have the spray of flowers come over it because it's more concentrated in the middle. I think that would look really cool. Pretty flowers that have a more antique or vintage kind of Victorian feel. Same thing here, something a little bit more chintzy, whereas this and this are very whimsical. I see bright, fun colors on these. I see like white bases or whites stamped over spring pastels or summer brights. This one definitely looks very summery to me. One thing that they don't have on either of these 2 plates is a negative space image, but this comes pretty close to it, so where you could stamp this over a hollow or a glitter and you're gonna still be able to let that underlying polish show through and and get that pretty detailed pattern over it. This is another one that looks more like a traditional lace, a little bit different from the one on the other plate. This is very tropical. This you could do, you know, very fall, depending on the colors that you want to do with it. I like this and this mixing and matching together, I think would be very, very cool. And I think that there are a couple of images on the two plates that could mix and match together. So I think you could do mix and match mani like with this, this, and this. You could play around with those different patterns and that would look very cool. I think this could play around with this one very well up here. So I like that option. And then of course on here we've got this beautiful henna style image, which I think is beautiful with this. You can do this on one nail and then that on another, and together they, I think, would look really beautiful because this one has more of the leaf feel. That one has the flower there. And then I love this little image that they gave with the bird on the branch. And what I normally do with stuff like that is I'd put the part of the branch that has the bird, like maybe on this nail right here, and then go over with the rest of the branches over this nail and then onto this nail and get that kind of over the course of the mani. All right, let's take a look at how big these images are. So this looks to be about 1.6 centimeters wide, 2.7 centimeters tall, and that is consistent for both plates. And if you are here just for a quick review of the plates, there is plate 2, and here is plate 1 from the Flirty Florals collection. Okay, I'm going to test everything out, so I am going to try the Morgan Taylor stamper that it came with. It is a squishy stamper, so just like the stamper I normally use. And I am going to try the scraper that the kit came with. I'm going to use Sally Hansen Insta-Dry Plummet. Let's start with plate 1. Nice firm scrape. Nice easy stamp, and oh my gosh, gorgeous image. Great pull. And those are little fine lines in there. Gorgeous. Oh wow, look at, so those have the big solid areas and that stamps beautifully well as well. Just great transfer on that. Gorgeous. And this has a combination of fine lines and thick areas, which sometimes messes things up, but that's gorgeous. And you can see it squishes in nicely, so it gets around that nail just fine. Beautiful transfer. Oh, love it. And there's the real fine mesh, and that looks amazing. Just beautiful. Gorgeous. Perfection. Gorgeous transfer. Okay, let's move on to plate 2. Beautiful. Gorgeous transfer. Wow, and with all of that solid area, that can be tricky, but that is pretty darn near perfect. Amazing. And the country cabbage roses. Oh, so cute. Amazing. I mean, that's just stunning. Beautiful. So pretty. And I wanted to test out those little fine details in the tree with the branches. How perfect is that? Just gorgeous with that detail. So yeah, I have never used stamping plates from Morgan Taylor before. I have tried their polish, which I'm a fan of. So I didn't know what to expect. These have top-notch quality. Every scrape, every one of these samples that you saw me do, it was the absolute first time I tried the image. I didn't touch these plates before I tested them out for you, and you can see, I mean, that's just amazing quality. So I would definitely highly recommend these, and I think that, you know, with all of the different floral images that they have on this, it can capture any kind of floral mood you want. So especially for a beginning stamper, I think this is a great kit that'll just get you right on the way. I will link everything down below, and thank you for watching.